Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another Wednesday WIP Knockout. So excited to see all of you amazing people in the chat ready to go. Have not read your comments yet, but I see you all here and I'm so excited. So if you are not familiar with our Wednesday WIP Knockouts, we get the first 5 minutes to go gather our materials. So we are set up. Some of you are probably already ready to go and you're like, all right, let's do this thing. But for other people that may have just started and they're scrambling, I want to give them an opportunity to grab their things so that way they can be the most productive and not so frazzled. That's not what this is about. These Wednesday WIP Knockouts are supposed to be a productive time for us to really focus and get in the zone and make some forward progress on our projects. I even set little buffers between our 20-minute sessions, those transitions, so that way we have an opportunity to find a stopping spot, to put away our project nice and neatly, grab our next project, and be ready to go. I don't want anyone stressing. I don't want any of this to feel like rush, rush, rush. So we're going to give it now 1 minute down. We got 4 more minutes before we begin. This is also a great opportunity for people watching replays. If you want to, you can just skip ahead because you probably already have your materials ready to go. Oh, welcome everybody. So excited for you to be here. I got my clock right there. Got my pillow here. It's so funny because right before I clicked go live, I had made a foundation chain for a project that I really need to knock out. And then, of course, I made the chain and I was like, wait, was my count right? So if I do tackle this project, the first thing you're going to see me do is count a foundation row chain to make sure that I am on track for this project. Because the last thing I want to do is start wrong, make any progress that I can during this live with you, and then have to undo everything because my count was off. You know, that would be a major setback, a major bummer. But for all other people, please let me know what you're working on. What did you bring with you today to chisel away at? What projects are you trying to knock out? Are you doing anything new? Did you finish something since we saw each other last week? Please let me know. And if you're brand new, if this is your very first Wednesday WIP Knockout, say, this is my first Wednesday WIP Knockout. I get so excited to see this live branching and helping more and more people, because that's what this whole live is about. It's a very structured live, has a lot of purpose. There is a specific reason why I set up these lives and I see you every single Wednesday, is because there is such a giant need for us to carve just even a little bit of time out of our week to try to clean up and finish up some of these vast amount of projects that we may have started and then just haven't finished. So let's clean them up. Let's finish them off. Let's get them to their next destination, clean them off of our shelves so that way we can make room for new yarn, new inspirations, and new fun projects that we want to try. Because goodness, anybody else in here just overwhelmed by the number of projects that you are so excited about and you really want to do? Oh, goodness gracious. I am definitely not immune to that. Like, there is a ridiculous number of projects that I want to accomplish, that I want to do, that I haven't even gotten around to because I'm just buried in WIPs. And together, we are going to knock those out. We got less than 1 minute, Now remember, hopefully at this point you have your project number 1. You're sitting down, maybe you grabbed something to drink so you can stay hydrated. Maybe you have your Volare pillow so that way you're set up and you're comfy, cozy, whatever your situation is, and you are good to go. Because as soon as that clock goes to 5, any second now, I'm going to hit the start button and we will start session number 1. So I'm like hyper focused on the clock right now because as soon as it switches, I want to click the button because I try to be very like strict on the timing so that way, you know, it's on point. There we go, 2:05. our first 20-minute session has begun. Right there. I keep it in the background. I will refer to it throughout. So all I want you to do right now is I want you to focus on your project. Don't even look at the screen unless you're not here working on a project. Maybe you're here coloring, or you're here doing something else, chores, working, like something else maybe, and you're able to focus on the screen. But for those of you who brought a project, whether that is crochet or something else, it doesn't have to be. It's just your time to use this 20 minutes however you want. And I'm just going to kind of like talk, engage with the chat, give you something to listen to so it's not like dead silent, and you just hyper focus on working away at your project. I haven't had a chance to dig in here, so I'm excited to go through the chat. Heads up, you do have me live right now. So if you have a question that you would really like to ask, feel free to mention it in the chat. Start your question with a couple question marks. And I see a couple people that started with question marks. They don't have a question. They more so have a comment, and that's cool too. But let's try to keep them just to questions so I can get to everybody's question quicker. And if you have a question that you want answered like right away, I do have super chats and super stickers activated. If you do a super chat, super sticker, which you can find down by where you would enter in a chat, next to it is a little dollar sign. If you click on the dollar sign, you'll see like super chat, super sticker options. All finances, all proceeds go back into my channel, and I really do appreciate all of the support from those. But if you want instant answer or instant reaction, then doing a super chat, super sticker is really the only option. Otherwise, I will get through the entire chat. You just have to be patient until I get to you. Awesome. Brittany, you're making deviled eggs right now. You're cooking. That's so funny. Okay. That's hilarious. Also, you hurt your shoulder yesterday. Ice skating. You're ice skating? Oh my gosh. We're still in, like, the sky is still blue outside. We're in the 60s still. So ice, like, wow. So you're not crocheting so much. I get that. Heal, take care of your body. That's big, big deal. Cassowary. That's so fun. You said, thought I'd let everyone know. This is Tori from the group. Thank you for clearing that up and letting us know. All right, just diving through here real quick. Hopefully you are focused and working away. Oh, I want to say hello, special hellos. To Samantha. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Shatika. I think that's how you pronounce your name, hopefully. Lana, hello. Brittany, hello. Sharon, hi. I'm so glad that you're here. Fran, welcome. I love that you're here. Mary, you made it. Yay. Heather, hello. Barbara, Kelly, welcome. So excited that you're here, that you were able to make it. All right, looking. Wow, Tori, this is your first Wednesday WIP Knockout. Oh, I'm so excited. I hope you love it. Just gonna go through these real quick because I know some people ask questions and I don't want to miss out on answering your question. Ooh, Tori, you're making a stocking. Stockings, multiple for your 3 kids, your husband, and yourself. Wow. Well, I hope you have a lot of fun. I did that a couple of years ago, and I still use those same stockings. The ones that I crocheted, the ones that I made a tutorial for, I made my family a set of our own a couple of years ago, and we still use them every year. The only reason why I would ever make new ones is if my kids, they grow and their interests change, and so what they were interested in a couple of years ago may not be their personality anymore. So I would really just kind of make new stockings to update or even to gift to external family members. La la la. Lana says, I have so many Christmas whips. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. But you're trying to work one at a time. I mean, try to focus. That way you can at least finish one instead of having like 20 that are not done. Like a lot of projects that you had intentions for but didn't finish. Gab-a-lot, thank you so much. I not know made it here, but you made. She says, you made it here, but you're not sleepy. I'm glad. If you are new here, the whole joke, the inside joke here with Gab-a-lot is the first few Wednesday WIP knockouts that I did here on YouTube, she would fall asleep like halfway through the Wednesday WIP knockout, and she would just disappear. And she would let us know later, like, oh my gosh, I fell asleep. What just happened? And so it's so great to hear you say that, that you're not sleepy. Yes, good. Heather, okay, I don't know if I missed. Oh, Emma, welcome. So glad you're here. I am massively overwhelmed today. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've had those days. I feel you. I had an emotional meltdown. Oh, girl, autism can be, yeah, plus side, finish knitting a hooded top. You say finished, but it needs an edge to stop curling, but otherwise done. Girl, finished and complete is better than perfect. So if you are really bothered by it, you can always try blocking it or even adding some kind of border for a little bit of a weight to kind of like pull on it a little bit. But yeah, just let that be done and like put it away. And I'm so sorry you're overwhelmed and feeling all that. I've definitely, I can't say that I felt what you feel, because we all feel things differently and all have different experiences. But overwhelm is absolutely a thing, especially this time of year. And so my heart goes out to you in virtual hug. Heather, do you listen to music podcasts or watch TV movies when crocheting? Yes, I do, because I have ADHD, and I'm not joking. I actually do have ADHD, and I cannot just crochet. I have to have some other stimulation going on at the same time. And so, yes, I do like listen to TV shows and listen to movies. Every now and then, periodically, like glancing up at the screen to see what's going on. I have gotten into podcasts just recently, so I don't know a lot, but what I'm interested in might surprise a lot of you, what I like listen to. So business wise and inspiration, I listen to Gary Vee, his podcast, because he just kind of kicks your butt and reminds you, hey, what you're doing, your mission is not for you. It's what you can do for other people. And so try to keep it with that. What can you do for other people? And also his mission is just positivity. And I love hearing that. And it just reminds you of how important positivity is, and to just be a positive person and just continue to try to spread positivity. So I absolutely love that. And then aside from Gary, I try to listen to Think Media podcast every now and then, but those are like my two like work motivation type podcasts. And then we flip a complete 180, and I listen to a podcast called Spooked, and it's where they tell stories, like ghost stories, people's retelling of their experiences. I like that kind of stuff. If you don't, I like whatever. Like that's totally fine. You don't have to like this at all, but it's just what I listen to. And I also just recently started listening to this exorcist podcast, where a real live exorcist comes on and he tells stories of what he has experienced in the past, and he comes on with other fathers, and they have kind of these discussions and conversations of things they have learned, or psychology, or stories. And it's just kind of fascinating to me. And I don't know, like that's just things that kind of interest me, pique my interest. So, and then I also really like what's her name? Dark History. Anyone ever hear of Dark History? She has a YouTube channel as well. I watch most of her YouTube channels. I don't listen to her podcast as much, but she, oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't remember her name. I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I can't remember her name. It's like right there, right there. But she tells stories, like real life stories from history that are kind of on the darker side. And the fact is that she did the research, and she shows the research, and she shows like what she was able to discover and find about our dark history. And I just think it's interesting. It's, dark side, right? There's my dark side. All right, we have 9 minutes left of session number 1. 9 minutes. Michelle, hello. Says I made it a little late, but here. I'm so glad that you're here. Missed the last couple weeks. Well, I am so glad that you made it today. Thank you so much for being here. Have you ever ice skated before? I've ice skated once, and it was not pretty. Like, talk about like I hung on to the rail and like basically let my feet kind of do this. The whole time I'm just kind of like scaling the wall. Like, it was awful, but I've done it. Do I homeschool? Oh no. Oh no. Nope. I do not. I don't have the patience for it, I think. So when COVID started 2020, when like the first lockdown hit and all kids had to stay home from school and they were homeschooling, and they kept saying, that the system, the teachers are going to have full support, so the kid doesn't need to rely so much on the parent, that they'll have all of these features and things set up so that way your student can like do everything online and receive help wherever they need it. No. I mean, I'm sure that they had things set up, but still motivating your child to even do it is a huge feat. And I found that I was doing a lot of homeschooling because my kids just don't learn well on the computer. So, yeah, I was doing the homeschooling thing. I have the teacher background, so I know how to be a teacher, and I know how to, I was very helpful for my children. And I'm sure that they even mentioned that the attention that I was able to give them personally, like the one-on-one attention to help them through, was extremely helpful for their comprehension and learning. But I have my degree to teach high school health education, not middle school English or history. So a lot of the topics that we were going over was definitely not a strength of mine. So I was doing the best that I could. And even then, it was a full-time job, just like literally getting them through each and every day to go over the lesson with them, get them to understand the concept that the lesson was for. Sometimes you're like, I don't even know why we're doing this assignment. I don't even understand what the point is of this assignment. Well, I can go back and I can look at that assignment and see, okay, so they don't really care that you know all these dates. What they really want you to understand, what they really want you to comprehend is what happened. And so let's go over that and let's digest that, so, and like, that means I was being a full-time teacher to both of my children who are 2 years apart every single day. And it's exhausting. I'm like, nope, I'm out. Peace. Like, nope. Like, people that homeschool, like, you are an angel. You are an angel, and you have extreme strengths. And I respect you immensely. Aw, you are so welcome for the virtual hug. Oh. All right, I'm gonna read the whole thing because otherwise people won't understand my like emotional like, oh. 5 minutes left of session number 1. You're doing great. Keep up the good work. Keep focusing on your project. keep chiseling away. So Pamela says, thank you for the virtual hug. The holidays are tough on me. In 2019, I lost my 21-year-old daughter. So thank you so much. That meant a lot, and I love your channel. Thank you so much for even being here. I'm glad you found my channel. I'm so glad that you love my channel. I'm so sorry for your loss. I can't even imagine, but I will give you all the virtual hugs that you need, because I mean, this time of year, I'm sure you're feeling it a little bit more. So I don't want to dig at that wound. I don't want to pick at that scab, but thank you for being here. So much love to you. So much love. Anne, welcome. Says, first time I get to see your live. Yay, you made it. Making Christmas stockings at the moment. Awesome. So excited. I hope you're having fun. I hope you picked fun colors. Connie, welcome. Connie says, working on daughter-in-law blanket, have 18 rows and a border left. You're so close to being done. Awesome. Then was asked by a friend to make another blanket for her son for Christmas just today, working on a couple stockings too. Whew. Yeah, it is. The closer we get to Christmas, the more aware people are that I need to get my button gear and get something figured out to give to so-and-so. And so as crocheters, we start to get those special requests, but try to be very careful with your time, because crochet takes time. We cannot crochet something in a snap. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of time, sometimes a lot of money too, to acquire materials. Even if materials are purchased for us, it's still our time that we are now dedicating to this project and not other things. It's a sacrifice for sure. And just be very careful with your time. If you're totally all for it, it's your time. Like, kudos, like do with your time what you want, but protect your time also, because it is so easy. And I've fallen victim to this multiple times, over committing, and then you let people down, or you're not able to finish things that you're really hoping to finish, you know? Barbara says, I finished the square part of your granny cocoon. Yes, and I am about to start the joining border. Is there any reason I couldn't add the sleeves from your other cocoon? Absolutely. You can absolutely add the sleeves. 100% do it. It's done the exact same way. So have fun. If you want to add sleeves, you can join those two tutorials together and absolutely do it. Have fun with that. Woohoo! I love that. Look at you using, like, your creative brain is just going crazy. I love seeing that, the inspiration. Brittany says, have you listened to Sadie Robertson Huff's Wow, That's Good podcast? I've never heard of it. Honestly, I don't, like, I'm bouncing all over the place. And so the few podcasts I get to, I don't even get to them like every day. It's kind of like whenever I get to them. But I love that you have one that is I love that you have a favorite one. Hi, Nessa, you made it. Yay. So great to see you. You're on your phone at the moment. You're having internet issues. Man, like last week, don't know what happened, but my live just cutting off on me. I'm like, what the heck? I like knocking on wood. Like, knocking on wood that I don't get that happening again today. We have 1 minute left of session number 1, and I am so close to finishing up the chat, and then I can engage in other ways. Oh my goodness, Tori, you said you have a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, and an 11-year-old. You homeschool your kids, and it can be hard some days. I can only imagine. Like, kudos to you. Great job. Tammy, welcome, Tammy. Again, did the same thing. Any ideas? Watched some other tutorials, and some suggest that you turn your work after each round. It did it again, Tammy. Need to go back. Tammy, did you say anything else? I need context. Tammy, I need context. You did it again. Oh, there goes our timer. Session number 1 is over. Going to set a 5-minute transition timer. The 5-minute transition timer right here is for you to find a pausing place, a stopping place. Just because the timer went off doesn't mean that we now have to like take our project and toss it to the side and grab our next project. If you're close to finishing your row, finish your row. If you're close to finding a good place to pause, work to that place and then pause, fold up your project, put it away nice and neatly, grab your next project, take an opportunity to grab something to drink. If you need to use the bathroom, now's a great time. That's our transition before we begin session number 2. All right. La, la, la. Nessa, Tiffany, I heard back from my acquaintance today that is out in Asheville, North Carolina. She said they also need crochet or knit toys, stuffed animals, so that they can have them for the holidays. All right, I'm writing that down. Okay. That is such a great point. Okay. Carolina. For crochet and knit toys for holidays. Love it. So what I am going to try to make some content on, some social media content on, are the people that want to crochet, but they have no one to crochet for, or maybe they are not spending time with family this holiday season, or maybe they don't have family to spend time with this holiday season, and maybe this time of year gets you sad and feeling a little bit lonely. There are so many people that need you, so many people that are hoping that you will crochet something to donate for them. There's so much purpose and there's so much need for people to crochet and donate things, especially this time of year, that we could literally just go crazy making stuff all the time just to donate and support and supply to a lot of these nonprofit organizations, these charities that are just trying to help people, just trying to be there for those that really need it. And so if you're somebody that falls into one of those categories of just wanting to crochet but no one to crochet for, or not being able to spend time with family, or not having family and feeling very lonely, there is community. There's so much community. There's belonging. There is need. There's purpose. There is stuff out there that you can connect with and really help make this world a better place. Make this world a little bit happier for somebody else. And so it's beautiful. It makes me emotional. And I really am going to try. My plate is full. I'm going to be working on that this new year. I'm going to be talking to you more about that, about me and what I'm going to be doing to transition and personal health, personal goals, and how I really want to help spread the word and give people more information to be connected and make this world a better place, because the need is so incredibly great. La, la, la. Okay, again, welcome everybody. If you have a question, I want to try to speed through the comments a little bit faster. After every live, I actually do back up and I go through the live comments or the live chat one more time, so that way I feel like there's conversations that happen that I'm missing out on, and that's fine. We have 30 seconds, guys. Hopefully at this point you have project number 2 good to go. You're set, you're ready, and you can start right now if you want to, but we have 25 seconds left before I push the go button. um, but if so, I'm not going to miss anything. If you wanted to share something with me or update me on something, I read all the chat after our session with each other. But if you have a question, please start your question with a couple question marks. That helps my eye. And also, only use the question marks if you have a question. Comments, I will get to those comments. It's not a big deal. I will get there. If you need your question to be answered right away, utilize those super chat and super stickers. All right, timer is going off. Woohoo! 20 minutes. Session number 2 has just begun. I'm almost done with these comments, and then I need to count this foundation row chain. I need to make sure that the count is right. Oh my gosh. Okay, looking for those question marks. Heather, have you ever done the pattern that looks like a scarf, but it is also turns into sleeves, so it covers your arms and drapes your like a shawl? I have not made one yet. I have pinned multiple different examples that I've seen on Pinterest. I don't want to copy them exactly, but I love seeing the formation, how something is designed, and then I put my own spin on it. But I have seen them. I think they are so cool, but I have not made one yet. And so that is definitely something that I would like to do in the future. Yeah, it's on my it's on my list, my very, very long list. Oh my goodness. Brittany asks, do you have chickens? I do not have chickens. My daughter wishes that we did, though. My daughter loves, she's really into homesteading right now and learning more about homesteading. And chickens have been brought up multiple times, but we do not have chickens. I feel like there's a whole other conversation going on. I just saw Emma's comment about stabbing yourself with knitting needles, like, and if you are using needles, try not to stab yourself in the finger like I just did. I'm like, I feel like I missed something. I'll get to that later when I go back through the comments. Nessa says, thanks, Tiffany. Yes, since some of the families have lost everything. Oh, no, it's really, pulls at your heart, man. The kids have no toys and it might be hard for them to buy for the holidays. Yeah. Thanks for everyone who is helping. That is so true. Oh my gosh. It just, my heart, like, dang. I feel like there's got to be some toy drives too. So if you can't crochet something, maybe, if you can, it means more. Crocheted toys definitely seem to have a deeper meaning and connection, and they mean more to the child than something that was bought at the store. It's incredible. I saw this a lot when I was a vendor at holiday markets. Kids just they have a completely different response to toys that have been crocheted or knitted than they do something you bought from the store. But if you don't have the time, totally get it. We were just talking about overwhelm, and we were just talking about, like, will I have enough time to make everything? And so if you can't, I'm sure there's got to be some toy drives that they're going to be hosting. Someone's got to be hosting that, you can just purchase a toy and donate it. All right, Tammy says, I am working on your granny square shrug pattern and it keeps looking wonky. I frogged it and redid it and got the same results. Should I turn my work and go back the other way? Wonky, I'm wondering what you mean by wonky. Do you mean like this, like it's starting to spiral on you? Because I've seen some that happen to some people. Is it starting to ripple? Is it like, how do you mean by wonky? And you might be able to, depending, just keep moving forward. Hi, Bean. Welcome. Working and lurking. I love it. You're working on knitting 2-color brioche on ribbing for a sweater. That sounds cool. Oh, Pamela, you have a channel. Cool. You said you have a kind soul. God bless. Thank you. On my channel, I would like to maybe start a Zoom crochet. That would be cool. Give it a try. It never hurts. Can you make crochet earring? I do have a pattern for a crochet earring. I've made them once. I'm just like, I've kind of gotten all over the place over the last few years. I have crochet projects that are scattered. They're like, because crochet is so vast and diverse, I have literally entered into so many different categories. But because of that, I only have like one thing of this and one thing of that. And I recently went through my channel and I was like, oh my gosh, I really am surprised that I don't have more projects in certain categories. And it actually was like, what the heck? Why do I not have more projects in certain categories? I need to increase the variety, and I need to increase like options in there. And so that I'm going to reel myself in and focus on building up some categories instead of continuing to spread myself so thin, because that's not doing any favors. But they're really cute crochet earrings. Just go on my channel and search crochet earrings and you'll find them, and they're super cute. Hi, Monica. Welcome. I'm making snowflakes to use on my gifts instead of bows. I love that. Doubles as a homemade ornament. That is so precious. Okay, inspired. I am inspired by you. Thank you, Monica, for sharing. It's spiral. Okay, Tammy says yes, it's spiraling. Okay, so spiraling would mean there's a couple different reasons why it could spiral. I'm wondering if you're sticking with your same stitch count, could you block it? Because perhaps by going around and around, either you're just your stitches are really tight, and so it's making kind of a slant with your stitches, which block it, straighten it out. You're fine. The other thing that could be happening is if somehow, some way, not sure because I'm not seeing it, but at the very beginning where you're joining a round and then starting a new round, something's happening where it's like doing that angle thing and creating that spiral. So it's very interesting. I really wish that I had a visual aid. Now, that's why I like my crafters gatherings, my crochet club on my website, because we do Zoom meetings every Wednesday and I can see you and I can hear you, and people can put stuff up to their cameras, either on their phone, their tablet, or their computer. And they can be like, see this? What did I do wrong? And I'm like, oh, that helps so much. But yeah, see if you can try blocking it. That might be the simple solution. You just need to like shift it back. And maybe that if you just shift it back and then do your join, you can like force it to straighten out. Oh, Anne Marie, thank you for that. You can always contact your local police department. They have lists for needy families and women's shelters. They always need help for the holidays. Thank you. I'm going to make a note about that too. We have 11 minutes left to session number 2. Oh my gosh, this time always flies so fast. So fast. Police departments have lists. Dates. Cool. Note made. Oh, Heather. Heather says, my pastor's house was seriously damaged in Hurricane Milton. I'm currently making a dinosaur plushie for their son. That sounds awesome. He has Down syndrome and autism, so confused about why he's not at his house. Oh, man. That's like, bless you for making that for him. Hi, Jennifer. I'm so glad that you made it. I don't know. Maybe there was a glitch, and Brittany says, what just happened? I started talking really fast and moving really fast, and you had to close out. I'm not sure. Maybe there was some kind of lag that happened. I don't know if it's on my end or your end. No idea, but I hope it's fixed. And last comment. Yes, I made it to the bottom. Dawn. Hello, Dawn. Favorite stitch pattern for washcloths. I'm making them as welcome gifts for the local veterans transition house. Okay, so for the longest time, my favorite washcloth, do I have? Yeah. For the longest time, my favorite washcloth was just the crunch stitch. So I actually made a lot of these, and I would sell them at as a vendor at markets or events. And it's so easy. I have a tutorial. This was actually the very first YouTube video tutorial I made when I started my channel. So I apologize for like if you go and you look at it, you'll be like, whoa, that is different. I've learned a lot. I've advanced a lot. And it was my very first crochet project tutorial on YouTube was this washcloth, but it's the crunch stitch. But recently I just did, oh, I'm going to go grab it. Recently, thank you for your patience. Recently, I just did a tutorial on the Tunisian stitch washcloth that looks like this. And this is probably my new favorite washcloth ever for a couple different reasons. One, it was so much fun playing with Tunisian after doing regular crochet for so long. Picking up the Tunisian style, it's just different and it's kind of refreshing. It's like a reset where you just have so much fun doing a different motion and doing something different that it's re-inspiring and it can kickstart your crochet passion. So that, at least that's what happened to me. I did do a tutorial on this. It's the farmhouse washcloth. I believe it's just it's a combination of the simple stitch and the purl stitch back and forth. So this is the front. This is the back. So there's lots of texture to it. Made this orange one as well. The colors I am using are from Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton. It's actually extremely soft. So it feels nothing like Lily Sugar and Cream. It's not coarse like that. It's really, really soft, but it's 100% cotton. And I actually have these in my kitchen right now and I'm using them and they work great. The only problem is that I don't like using them because they're so pretty that I'm like, no, I don't want to make it dirty. It's like, but that's its purpose. Like you're preventing it from doing its job. And it's like, yeah, but it's too pretty. So those are my two favorite that I would highly recommend that you play with. And I just so happen to have project tutorials for both of them. So hopefully that makes it easy peasy. Tammy says, I'll try to block it and see. I just want to wear it now. I get it. I know. Instant gratification. Like, now. Kelly says, my daughter-in-law wants me to make a Mr. Grinch plushie, but I don't know how to make it. I've seen a couple tutorials, a couple patterns too. So they're out there. You don't have to recreate the wheel. I hope that you can find one that you like. Emma says, I can't do Tunisian. It causes too much pain every time. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, I do have a different option there. I like the crunch stitch. That one, people really like it. One, it's really pretty. There's a lot of depth and it has a lot of texture, which works either great as an exfoliant if you're using it in the shower, or it also works really well in the kitchen sink doing dishes because it has those textures which can have some grab to it. So not saying it's a scrub. It's not a scrub unless you make it with scrubby yarn joined with your 100% cotton yarn. Options. Did you block those Tunisian washcloths? Those ones, no. Those ones I did not. I think the one for the photo, though, I may have blocked that one because, it's going to be the thumbnail. It has to have the best look to it. What's the size of your washcloths? Those look larger than patterns I've used. You can always adjust it too. That's the beauty. If you go to the patterns, you can always make them smaller or larger. The crunch stitch ones, we got 3 minutes and 45 seconds. After this session, we're stretching. We're doing our crochet stretch. So be ready for it. These guys right here, they're 6 inches by 6 inches. I do have another pattern where they are 8 inches by 8 inches. This one right here, I don't remember what you are. What are you? Let's find out. He's 9 by 9. This right here is 9 by 9. But you can easily make it smaller. What's great about Tunisian crochet is there's no, especially for the simple stitch and the purl stitch, there's no multiple stitch count requirement. So you literally just cast on however many loops on your Tunisian crochet hook that you want it to be wide. And you should be good. You are welcome, Dawn. She says, thank you. Emma says, I learned to do a knitting picot bind off last week. Ooh, that sounds cool. I was so dang proud of myself. You should be proud of yourself. Currently learning to draft my own patterns and sew my own skirts. Girl, congratulations. Look at you grow. Okay. Heather says you like the 9 by 9 size, especially for a dishcloth. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I felt the same way. I kind of like the larger size. Brittany says, can you see my comments? Brittany, I am reading your comments, but if they're not questions, then I'm reading them. I'm seeing them, but I'm not bringing them up. And I did see that you hurt your shoulder at the very, very beginning. I mentioned focus on healing. Like, yes, it sucks to have to pause and not crochet in order to heal, but it's always better to pause and heal than to fight through it, because you're only going to make the healing process longer. Don't want to do that. Okay. Got 1 minute and 20 seconds. Whew. Awesome. Okay. What I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to count. I'm going to try to count, see if I got the right number. So that way, when we enter in session 3, I can actually crochet a little bit. But we will be stretching here in about a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 51, 52, 6, 7, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 80, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 90, 1, 2, 6, 7, 100. Straighten that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, ha! I had one more. I was one off. 45. Okay, cool. And timer is up. Right, I'm going to put 2 minutes on the timer for a transition. Find a stopping, pausing place. That way you can set it aside and be good to go. If you are ready, go ahead and stand up. Like put your project off to the side and stand up. I'm really glad that I counted that foundation row because I was 1 stitch short and that would have sucked. So now I know I'm going to be good to go when we start session 3. La, la, la. Sorry for everyone that heard me counting. I hope that didn't mess anyone up. I started to think about that towards the end of my count. I was like, ooh, might not want to count too loud because other people might be counting and I don't want to mess you up. But let me go ahead and move all my stuff so that way I can stand. And oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. Awesome. 45 seconds. We got 45 seconds before we start stretching. If you are done with your project, you've set it off to the side, just stand up. That's like big deal, right? That in that of itself. And to be honest, I caught myself this week. I don't know if anybody else wants to admit this, but as we're getting busier and crunch time and a lot happening, a lot going on, I'm finding that I am doing a lot of rushed crochet. I'm trying to finish projects, trying to finish this, trying to finish that. And I found myself being naughty and not giving myself that time I need to take breaks and to stretch. And I am starting to feel it. And I only wanted to bring that up to you to remind you that I did notice. Okay, time's up, guys. Stand up. If you can't stand, I can't hold you accountable. I can't look at you and be like, hey, you stand up. If you want to stretch with me, that's great. But I wanted to point out that I did notice that I was working overtime on projects, not doing the stretches when I knew I should be doing my stretches, and I did start to feel it. So as you are entering in this holiday season, working extra hard, working a lot more, please do your best to remember to periodically stretch, help your body. It's just going to help prevent any of that bad stuff from happening that's going to cause problems later down the road. All right, so stretching time, crochet stretches. We're going to do 5 stretches together, starting from the top, working our way down. I do try to do 5 stretches with you. I try to keep it a little bit different. The areas that I like to focus on are the neck, the shoulders, the upper chest, the forearms, our wrists, our hands, our fingers, and our lower back. Yes, that is more than 5. I don't hit all 5 locations, or I don't hit all locations, but I try to shake it up a little bit. So we're going to start with the neck. I always do the neck because we are looking down at our projects. We're always having this kind of arc with our neck, and it's always good to do some stretches here. I'm going to do yes and no's today. So we're going to start with 5 yeses. With our neck, we're going to go back and then forward, touching our chin to our chest. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great. Now let's do nose. For a no, we're going to turn our head. We're actually going to look to the left and feel that stretch. Feel it. And then we're going to look to the right. If you're just going like this is how I say no. Like, no, like full on, like try to feel it. Okay. So that's 1. Left, right, 2, left, right, 3, left, right, 4, left, right, 5. I do want to mention right now that after we've already done one stretch, I am not a physical therapist. I am not a doctor. I do not have any authority in such areas. I am just a crocheter that has learned multiple different stretching techniques that I am sharing with you. So if there's a stretch that I share with you, you do not have to do it, especially if you know that it causes you pain or you have some kind of injury or some surgery you've done that prevents you from doing that stretch. Substitute wherever you want with whatever you want. Just stretch. All right. Next stretch we're going to do. I love this one. Okay. So we're going to take our arms, fix my shirt here. Take our arms. We're going to cross them in front of us, go up, and then W with our elbows. Pinch in the back here. Pinch in the back. There's 1, 2. My shirt came untucked. Great. 3, this opens their chest and it's great for our shoulders. 4, 1 more. And 5, great job. All right, forearms next, always a good one. Start with our palm facing us. Take our thumb behind our wrist, flatten our palm, elbow is bent, and then slowly stretch out your elbow and no, I'm not talking to you. Okay. And hold for 5 seconds. Oh, you should feel it all right here. It feels so good. All right. So then same hand, but have the palm face away from you. Put your thumb on your wrist, palm flat, elbow bent, and then stretch it out. Now you should be feeling it all right here. Oh, such a good stretch. This is a very, very common crocheter stretch because as we're working, doing the thing with that's knitting, but like here and controlling our tension here, it's just really great stretch. Okay, other hand, palm facing us, thumb on our wrist, stretch 2, 3, 4, 5, and away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What'd you say, Brittany? Did just talk to you? Yes, sir. He just talked to me while I was stretching because I have the watch on. I must have pushed something and it was like, what was that? And I was like, I'm not talking to you. Okay. So we got our necks. We just did our chest and shoulders. We did our forearms. Let's do wrists. So wrist rolls. 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. And now for our lower back, I'm going to do some side bends. But again, feel free to substitute for whatever you want. Putting my hand on my right side and just leaning over. 2, 3, 4, 5. Really feel that stretch. Okay, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. We've done all of our stretches. Feel free to repeat any of those stretches more or for longer if it feels really good or if you feel like you really need it. Have at it. I just wanted to show you some examples and I hope that you liked them and I hope that stretch felt real good. Okay, so now go ahead and pick up project number 3. I'm going to reposition everything because this is always the fun part. I always start like I get this whole live like all set up. Get the cameras where I want them, the zoom where I want them, everything figured out. And then I have to go and do the stretch and it messes everything all up. And I'm like, wait a second, that's not where it was. That's not how it was. Like, Like, okay, and then zoom in because some people mentioned in a couple lives that I was so far zoomed out, it felt like I was disconnected from my live, disconnected from my people. And I don't want that. I want to feel like I'm right here with you. Oh, doing a little makeup check, Mary. Like, oh, now I'm all paranoid about it. Like every time, oh, I still haven't bought new makeup yet. Need to do that. All right. Session number 3 has begun. Perfect. This is our last session together. So let's give it our best shot, most effort, maximum effort. Oh man. I'm a big fan of movie quotes. Maximum effort. And now I'll actually work on this. I'm going to be working on one of the sections from my collab project with Bonnie Barker. I made one. Let me show you. So here's one. I need to block it. La, la, la. And now I need to make a second one. So I'm gonna do that. Thank you, Brittany. I think of you every time. I'm like, Brittany's gonna ask me about it. Grab my velour. Somebody actually asked me if you guys ever have any random questions or are curious about something. Like somebody just recently asked me about the Volare pillow, if it would work with a recliner. And because they need to be reclined for their neck and for body reasons, they need to be reclined. And they're wondering if the Volare pillow would still work if they were in a reclined position. So I'm going to create a little short video, social media content on that. And I love when people ask me those questions because I'm like, shoot, yeah, let me show you if it will or will not, what will be the answer? All right. La, la, la. Oh, shoot, guys, want to mention, perfect timing. If you've made it this far in the video, if you're still here, thank you so much. I am doing a giveaway. That's right. So this week, I'm actually going to announce the giveaway. And then next week, I will announce the winner. So this week's giveaway is a tumbler, brand new. Like, look, it's still got the plastic wrap or the bubble wrap around it. And it says, "Don't talk to me, I'm counting." Here we go. Don't talk to me, I'm counting. Now it has 2 crochet hooks that are crisscross. Let me see if I can. There we go. 2 crochet hooks. This tumbler, I'm giving this away. Again, can't do anything in the chat. So you'll need to come back to this video after we're done to put a comment in the comment section so I can use one of those random comment picker things. The random comment pickers cannot enter into live chats. It's super bummer. But if you want to enter into that giveaway, just comment cup, C-U-P. I was going to say Tumblr, but then I was like, I wonder if anyone's going to have a hard time spelling Tumblr. And if I put in like search for this word thing and you misspelled it, I don't know if it will still pick it up or not. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to say cup. And not in the chat, because again, it won't work. But after our live, and I'll remind you, come back to this live and comment cup. And next week I'll pick a winner. Pick a winner. Thought that was a lot of fun. And where are you? Don't mind me. I'm confirming something. 13 minutes, 30 seconds left in session number 3. Oh, I want to give you guys a heads up. This week, nope, it's not this book. This week, my video that I'm going to be releasing here on my channel, I'm going to be talking about the 2025 temperature blanket, sampler blanket, crochet along project that we're going to be doing together, prepping for it, how it's going to go, how, like, the materials, the website, what to expect and anticipate, where can you find stuff. I'm going to go over all of that this week, and I'm really excited. I'm going to be approaching the 2025 temperature blanket, sampler blanket project a little differently. You know, we went through one together. I learned a lot. So taking some notes from the temperature blanket that we did together in 2023. I have some ideas up my sleeve, and I am excited to bring this project to you guys, to do this project together with you for the entire year. Those of you who have never done a temperature blanket project before, I unfortunately don't think that I would be successful in a regular temperature blanket project. I think I'd get bored. That happens to me a lot. And it's also why I do a lot of projects with like multiple stitches involved, because I'm trying to keep my attention span and keep myself engaged in the project. But I wanted to try the temperature blanket project because I thought, what a cool concept that you are literally, like, it's almost a diary. You're capturing history in your blanket by recording what the temperature was, where you are that day. And I thought it was so incredibly cool, but I needed to figure out, okay, how can I do this project and stay motivated, stay engaged with it? And that's where I was like, turn it into a sampler. So every month we're going to get together and I'm going to share with you, okay, next month's stitch is going to be this. And I'm going to show you how to do the stitch, adding it, incorporating it into the project, how to, all the stuff. And so it's a project that we are going to do together for an entire year. It's quite the commitment. Not a lot of people make it to the end. And so those people that do finish it, it's a huge celebration. Like, wow, we did this together. We spent a whole year together working on this project. It's extra cool, extra special. And the fact that, turning it into a sampler, meeting up with each other every single month to go over, okay, what are we doing next month? It's just crazy. It's crazy cool. Tammy, I haven't finished your 2020. See, exactly. I've heard that a lot, Tammy. So don't feel like you're alone. I have heard a lot of people saying that they still haven't finished the 2023 sampler temperature blanket. Some people gave up and other people made multiple because they wanted to personalize it for somebody. It does make a really cool gift, I will say, especially when you go back in time. Maybe you want to do a temperature blanket for a previous year or a long time ago. Some people have done the birth years or the first year of their child, like their kid, what the weather was like for their first year of life. It's special. It's very special, but this one, it's going to be hopefully a lot easier, a lot better than what we did in 2023. Oh, Fran, I love that. You're making one for your 50th anniversary. First of all, congratulations on celebrating 50 years together. Like, bravo. That's an applause right there. That, like, Congratulations. That is so special. Christina's working on a temperature blanket of her birth year. That's cool. Marie says, I just finished a hat. Now 3 blankets. And when I went back to them, you can't remember the pattern. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, man. Dang. I've done that before, or I forgot what size crochet hook that I was using. And so I'm like, I'll remember the pattern, but I will forget, did I use this size or did I use that size? And then either I'll be able to figure it out by playing with a couple different hook sizes and like working a couple stitches. Like, does that match? Does that match? And sometimes, you know, you think it matches, but it's actually a little off. And then you're like, oh, well. That's why, oh gosh, I didn't mean to slip this in, but hopefully it'll help you. 9 minutes and 20 seconds left of session number 3. So Knit Picks We Crochet, on their website, they have these crochet project planner sticky notes. And they look like this. And it's literally a sticky note. And so you fill out all the stuff. There we go. Fill out all the stuff. And then you take it, you just kind of like, whoop, and stick it to your project or put it in the bag that, like, I'll use plastic grocery bags, or I have a bazillion craft bags because I love craft bags. And then you have all the information that you need, and it's super cute. Super cute. So Caitlin, she is the WIP Crochet representative, and I've gotten to know her, and she made this. She designed this, and I was like, that's so brilliant. Great job. But if you go to WIP Crochet or crochet.com or knitpicks.com, they're actually pretty inexpensive. They have quite a few in the little stack there. I think it's like $4.99 for like a lot. And so just saying, didn't mean to product drop on you, but I think it's really cool. I think it's helpful. And if it helps you, then heck, like, that's all that matters, right? Oh, wow, Sarah, that is crazy. Sarah, I love that you follow Caitlin at Caitlin's lives at We Crochet. That is awesome. Sarah, you said Caitlin at We Crochet said on their live this morning that they've sold out of the Volare covers on their site and they're getting more. That is incredible. I'm so excited that more and more people are, the Volare pillow the word is getting around about it. And I'm hoping, is helping a lot of people. If you cannot get the Volare pillow, no shame. I completely understand. I'm not going to give you a hard time about that. I'm just hoping, the only thing I really care about is people's health. If you can find another solution that the Volare pillow does, if you can find something else, then please do it. I think the Volare pillow just makes it easy. It's convenient. But if you can't afford the Volare pillow, then find something else. But please find something else. Just, again, your health. Please, please. I mean, the number of stories that I have heard, the number of people that have reached out to me saying that they cannot crochet anymore because they're in so much pain. Their doctors told them they have to stop. They don't get the joy from it anymore because it's uncomfortable. People that have had to have surgeries to correct those aches and pains that accrue that I keep talking about. It breaks my heart because I know what crochet does to our mental health, and I know what it can do for us, the connection and community it can bring to us. And so you may hear me do a lot of Volare pillow announcements, talk about it a lot, do a lot of social media about it. It's because I'm trying to spread the word as much as I can to help as many people as I can. And that's really where my heart is at. Yeah. But again, no shame. If you cannot afford one, if you can't get one, just find something. Just find something. Oh my gosh, Sarah, you've had 3 wrist and hand surgeries? What? Furls crochet hooks have helped you, and the Volar pillow has helped you. That makes sense. If you have wrist issues, using a crochet hook that has an ergonomic handle, and furls are amazing with this. That's going to help your wrist and help with those issues, help with make the whole process of crochet more comfortable. For me, I crochet with a pencil hold, so I crochet like this, like seriously, like boom, like this is how I crochet. I know you're seeing it from a different perspective, but the knife hold like this, where you're over the top of it, makes it easier when using an ergonomic hook for me, because I'm like pinching. Holding an ergonomic hook is awkward for me. And I mean, maybe eventually I could get used to it, but at this time, I really like thin crochet hooks. I wish I wish I could use an ergonomic. I wish that I could use furls. I tried one, and the way I hold it, I couldn't use it. But furls are gorgeous crochet hooks. However, do I have them? I did find crochet hooks that I could use that are stunning. And somebody actually asked me to do a review on them. But the Likey crochet hooks. So the Likey crochet hooks, they are thin, so I can use them. And they're gorgeous. So these ones are the driftwood. You can see that I already have some missing ones there in projects. Like, look at that. Like, I have a lot of holes in here because they're already in other projects. But they have gorgeous crochet hooks. And they're wood, but they have weights on the ends. So it's got a little bit more weight to it. With regular wood crochet hooks, it's harder for me to use because they're so light. It's awkward. It's weird. But the weight on the end gives it that weight that I need for that better comfortable hold. And somebody asked me to do a little review on those, so I'd be more than happy because I really like them. But because I can't do furls, this is like my version of furls. A really nice brand, really upscale, really beautiful. And they work for my hold. They work for my style. Oh, Arrow Lover, you said you need surgery again? Oh, I'm so sorry. Brittany says, how do you crochet like that? I crochet with the knife hold. It's the two, there's 2 different styles of holding a crochet hook, the knife hold and the pencil hold. And I just do the pencil hold. It's just how I felt most comfortable. It was just my style, what worked best for me. And that is also just something I try to mention whenever I talk to beginners. Like, there are so many different ways to crochet. There's so many different ways to hold your crochet hook. There's so many different ways to hold your yarn tension hand. There's not just one way of doing it. There's so many. So if watching one person do it one way is really difficult for you, then there's most likely another person that's showing how to do something in a way that you can connect with. Got 50 seconds. Gosh, I swear, guys, we are together for an hour and a half, and I feel like it flies. Do you feel the same way? I'm like, Holy cow. I just don't even know. Bye, Lana. Thanks for making it. I'm glad that you were able to be here. We're almost done. Oh, I love that somebody mentioned life's short, to use beautiful tools. Only if you can, like, don't break the bank though. Like, if it's going to put you in a bad financial situation, there's beautiful things that you can use that are not pricey. All right, that's it. Oh my gosh, guys. That was the end of our last session. Please don't forget, come back to this video after I've wrapped up the live and comment in the comment section, cup at least, or more if you would like to say more, but CUP, that's it. And next week when we get together, I will announce the winner to this cool tumbler that says, "Don't talk to me, I'm counting." Oh my gosh, brand new. Still got the little bubble wrap thing on it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope that you were able to get good use of your time. I hope you were able to make some kind of forward progress and chisel at your WIP, and that you're that much closer to finishing a project and getting it off your shelf and making room for new inspiration. Guys, I hope you have the best day, a beautiful day. I can't wait to see you next week. For those of you that are in my crochet club, I'll see you tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun at our crafters gathering meeting tonight. And other than that, guys, watch out for my video that I'm releasing this week, where we're going to go over the 2025 sampler temperature blanket crochet along project. It's going to be awesome. Take care. I'm having a hard time saying goodbye. Goodbye. Have a great day. I'll see you guys soon.